Good morning, friends. Today we're going to make some keto chili. I got about 1.5 pounds of ground beef here. I usually stick to about 73-27 or 80-20. If you want a leaner version, you can go for some chicken or pork, or turkey, or even bison. We have our spices, some chili powder, paprika, onion powder, salt, pepper, just a teeny bit of sugar, really, not much, maybe about a pinch, I'd say. We got our wet ingredients, about 2 tablespoons of tomato paste, about 1/8 of a cup of no sugar added ketchup, a teeny bit of hot sauce, and some Worcestershire sauce. Got about half of a diced onions. We've got about half of a can of diced tomatoes. If you want, you can go with crushed or even some fresh tomatoes. We're gonna brown up our meat, and then we'll start adding our spices and wet ingredients. Mine up before I put it in the pan, or as I'm putting in the pan, and then to break it up even further, I like to use one of these mashers. They call them a meat and potato, but hey, come on, this is keto. We don't use potatoes here. So we'll just call it a meat masher. Continuing to brown up our ground beef on a medium heat, and I'm using the masher to break it down just a little more. Once we get some good fats in here, we'll go ahead and add our onions in a couple minutes. Alright, the browning of the ground beef is starting to look pretty good. I'm going to go ahead and add some of our onion in here. There we go. Okay, this is starting to look good. It kind of reminds me of a chef I used to watch when I was a little kid, Justin Wilson, Cajun chef. And he'd sit there and he'd talk about the aroma coming off, give us little stories. And my favorite was his catch line of, "Oh yeah, I guarantee right there. And this is going to be good right here." This is looking real good. I think we're going to go ahead and start on the next part and add in some spices on this sucker. Here's our paprika, onion powder, chili powder, salt, pepper, all the good stuff. Alright, this is looking good. I'm going to add a little bit of water here before I start adding some of our other ingredients, because once you add that tomato paste, it's going to get real thick, and we could use that water to help us out. Here comes that ketchup, no sugar added, our hot sauce, our Worcestershire sauce, and our tomato paste. Oh, my mouth's starting to get all watered in here. This is looking good. In fact, I think we're going to take a little test. I got my little sample spoon here. Give me a little bit of tomato in there too. Oh, that's good. I got a kick to it too. You need to give it a couple more minutes. That tomato seemed a little tough, so I'm going to give it a couple more minutes, and then we'll wrap this up. And then we'll start on the second part of this dish, our chili dog casserole. Okay, we're wrapping this up. This looks really good. I'm going to go ahead and turn this one off. I got an oven preheating to 350 degrees. We're going to go ahead and start assembling our casserole. So we're going to take some of this chili mix and just drop it down on the bottom here. Spread it out. I only want to use about half of it. Okay, so we got some low-carb tortillas here. We're going to wrap our hot dogs in it. Probably scoop in a little bit of chili to go with that. Put a little bit of chili in there. And these are all beef hot dogs. That looked good. Lay that one right in there. And we'll just roll it right up. Set it in the pan. Okay, we got all of our hot dogs stuffed and in the dish. We're going to take the rest of our chili mix and we're going to add it to the top. And then we're going to sprinkle a little cheese on top of it and then bake it for about 30 minutes. Looking a little thin. I must have put a little too much inside the hot dogs. Alright, we got it all set up and our oven is now preheated, so let's go ahead and cook this for about 30 to 35 minutes. Our 30 minutes is pretty much up, so let's go ahead and take a look at what we got. Oh my, look at that. I can't look at it because the steam coming off of it blinded me for a moment. But you can't tell me that don't look good. What do you say we get something and cut into this and give it a try? Okay, it don't look the prettiest, I'll be honest, you know, but you can throw a little cheese on here, maybe put a little extra of the chili on top, and a little garnishment, but let's give it a try, because that's what's important right now. How does this taste? Well, that was a big old bite, full of flavor. Oh my. I like the heat. I'm not a really big spice person, but that one has a little bit that it's actually kind of pleasant. I like that. I give this, personally, I give it a thumbs up. The rest of my family, they don't like hot dogs, so they probably won't like it. My oldest daughter did try a sample of the chili, and she liked that, so might give her a thumbs up on this one too. Thank you for joining, and if you have any suggestions, you know, on how I can make things better, let me know. I'd like to hear some criticism and some advice. Thank you.